Some of it might have had.
Did you just fart? No, and you know I'll claim it if I did. Favorite female news.
The problem with Step Brothers wasn't making Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly funny. It was controlling the laughter epidemic that erupted on set. The director literally couldn't stay behind the camera because his uncontrollable laughter kept ruining takes.
That was my case.
The production shot over 1 million feet of footage, so much that Kodak sent champagne to thank them, which they had to cut down from 5 hours to a tight 98 minutes. Today, we're showing wild moments that didn't make the final cut, from shocking improvised lines to alternate takes that would leave even the biggest Step Brothers fans speechless. When you watch this next clip, you might think it's from the actual script. Nope, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are improvising completely, like jazz musicians riffing off each other. Their chemistry was so strong that planned dialogue often vanished. This caused major headaches for the crew, but in the best way possible.
Don't throw me out the window! Come on!
Director Adam McKay loved this chaos. He would shout random ideas for the actors to try. One day, he told Richard Jenkins to say his childhood dream was being a dinosaur. Nobody saw that coming, not even the other actors. Their shocked faces? That's 100% real. These surprise moments created an electric energy that buzzed through the entire set.
When I was a little boy, I always wanted to be a dinosaur. I made my arms short, and I roamed the backyard, and I chased the neighborhood cats.
The set became a place where anything could happen. The crew shot over 1 million feet of film to catch all these wild moments. People started bringing lawn chairs to watch the filming because it felt more like live theater than a movie set.
I made chicken nuggets.
What kind?
The kind with the crunchy skin. Mayonnaise and ketchup?
Fancy sauce?
Yeah.
Come on! This is horse shit!
The treasure trove of Outtakes wasn't just about different jokes. It was a battlefield where actors fought and lost against their own laughter. Mary Steinbergen had the hardest time keeping it together.
Basically, the hardest part of your job is to get through a take without the giggles.
Oh my God, that was terrific. I was just saying it's a whole new ending.
You know that you both have exactly the same thought, and you know what the other person's going to do.
During the sleepwalking scene, she couldn't make it through a single take without giggling. When asked why her laughter made the final cut, McKay explained simply, every take had her breaking character.
Do that, Robert.
All right.
Then my...
Oh, that's a myth! Wake up!
Steinbergen described herself as a terrible giggler who resorted to thinking about sad things just to stay composed on set. Richard Jenkins shared this weakness, often crumbling into laughter when faced with Ferrell and Reilly's comedic routines, much like how other cast members struggled through the most improvised scenes.
You can lick my balls. I did not mean it that way. Did not mean it that way.
What way did you mean it?
You could do it.
This is Galco, which is Hebrew for kindness.
Galco?
How to raise rabbits for meat.
Sorry, do it again.
These breaking moments became part of the film's charm. With no clean takes available, editors kept many of these genuine reactions. Watch closely and you'll spot actors fighting back smiles throughout key scenes. The set evolved into what crew members nicknamed the Laugh Factory, turning the constant battle against giggles into entertainment. They placed bets on which scenes would break the cast first, with the sleepwalking scene emerging as the clear champion of cracked composure. The Laugh Factory had a secret room where truly shocking content was kept under wraps. Studio censors rejected dozens of boundary-pushing moments that went too far even for an R rating. Behind that infamous drum set scene was a $10,000 prosthetic that looked startlingly real. Made by top Hollywood effects experts, this lifelike prop fooled many crew members who had to touch it to believe it wasn't real. Will Ferrell kept it after filming wrapped and now shows it off at dinner parties. Imagine explaining that conversation piece to unsuspecting guests.
Don't miss a spot. John Bob's playing Moby Dick for real.
The actors often did what they called one for fun, takes where they'd go completely wild, knowing full well these versions would never see the light of day.
It's the biggest helicopter leasing event in the Western Hemisphere since 1997. You understand?
Did you see John scaling the wall?
Oh, yeah. You really got high. That turns back.
Adam says, I'm pretty loose. You know, I'm pretty loose. We throw stuff around.
Brendan, look at me for a moment. Stop that.
The set of Step Brothers wasn't just a workplace, it was a carnival of surprises. Will Ferrell once jumped out from behind a door when John C. Reilly wasn't expecting it, catching his genuine shock on camera. That unplanned scare ended up looking so real they kept it in the final film. This controlled chaos became a trademark of the film's style. The director purposely orchestrated these moments, whispering secret instructions to one actor that others knew nothing about. The result? Real shock and laughter that you just can't fake on screen. The cast elevated pranking to an art form. One memorable day, the crew filled Will Ferrell's car completely with popcorn while he filmed a scene. They also wrapped everything in John C. Reilly's trailer with tinfoil, even his snacks. This playful energy flowed through the entire production. As one crew member put it, the pranks made everyone feel like they were playing, not working.
Oh my God! I'm alive! You were dead! I saw you die!
What you saw in theaters was just a fraction of what the cast actually filmed. For every minute in the final movie, there were 4 more minutes of wild comedy that never made the cut. Remember that job interview scene where Dale and Brennan show up in tuxedos? In the original take, that scene ran 5 times longer. The actors kept building on each joke, making it more absurd as minutes passed. One joke would land, then they'd jump into another.
Okay, here's a shot out of a cannon. Oprah, Barbara Walters, your wife.
I'm sorry, who's this gentleman sitting behind you?
Hello, Ms. Lady.
Was that a fart?
I don't know.
I can taste it. This is a small room. Shit. Is that onion? Onion and ketchup.
Other weaknesses? We're slow learners, and we're not particularly good listeners.
This pattern showed up across the film. The dinner table fights, sleepwalking chaos, and bunk bed collapse all came from long filming sessions. Actors would keep going until they simply couldn't continue.
Hero.
Yep. Do you ever watch Rachel Ray, that cooking show?
Oh yeah! So bad!
How would you describe that?
Whoa.
The editing room became a comedy forge where raw humor was shaped and refined. McKay had so many scene versions, he joked they could make 5 different movies. Each take had unique jokes and energy, making it hard to pick just one for the final cut.
Do you ever cut a fart in a girl's face while you're doing it?
What we've witnessed explains how Step Brothers evolved from a modest box office performer into a defining comedy of its era. From script to screen, the film's journey was shaped by chaos, improvisation, and unbridled creativity that set it apart from conventional comedies. McKay's revolutionary approach, creating an environment where actors could freely contribute ideas, turned the set into a laboratory for comedy gold. The film we love represents just a fraction of the hilarity captured during production. When you revisit Step Brothers, ask yourself, can you spot the moments where reality breaks through? Those subtle twitches and barely hidden smiles reveal precisely when acting dissolves into genuine laughter. This unfiltered joy is what transformed a simple comedy into the enduring cult classic we celebrate today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Movies Unbound for more like this. See you next time.
You guys finally came to your senses.
Of course.
But Brennan sure can wear the shit out of that pirate hat.